Hi students, it's Professor Wallace. I wanted to do this video to go over your first semester project to really show you where to find everything, explain the project to you, and hopefully set you up for some great work with this project and in a place that you feel really comfortable about doing it. So I've created a whole module in our class to help you understand all the parts of this assignment and have all the resources in one area. So I'm on the modules tab. If I scroll all the way past week 16, you'll see the first project right here. So remember, not only is this project 20% of your class grade, also a learning outcome for general psychology, but also one of those requirements for your honors standing. And so you know, it's not to set it up that it's, you know, the very most important thing of class, but it is a significant assignment, and that's why I really want to make sure you feel good about it. So the project is due on October 13th. You will load everything right here into Canvas. So this, remember, when you're looking at my class, anything with a due date and points is the actual assignment tab itself and where you will upload your work to. Everything else in this module is simply to help you, resources and so forth. So if I click on the actual assignment here and pull it up, you can see, you know, all the, you know, I go through and I describe it, talk about the point value, really kind of lay out for you the learning outcomes and the marketable skills. Then I have a timeline of what you're doing in terms of steps, and then the grading rubric is down here. So just to kind of show all of that to you as I go through. So basically, in a nutshell, you are going to look for a psychological misconception. Because this is psychology, so much relates back to a psychology class. So when students ask, can I use this myth? Can I use this one? Hey, if it relates back to human behavior, you can use it, which is many things. So where can you find your myth? You can find it from social media, from clickbait, from podcasts. On here I mentioned Psych Files podcast, but there are certainly others it can come from. And then I'm going to talk more and show you the Lilienfeld book in just a little bit. But these are just some of the, you know, there are many places you can find your psychological misconception from. So as I start talking about examples and you look at this Lilienfeld book, I think that you'll get a better idea of exactly what I'm talking about. So you're finding this myth. You do need to show evidence of where your myth came from. So, you know, if it's from social media, just take a screenshot and upload that picture to your assignment. If it's from the book, you can do an APA citation of the book. If it is from a podcast, you can just simply reference the podcast. So just, you know, the referencing where it came from will look different depending upon what source you found it from. And I can certainly help you with that individually if you have questions. Then what you're going to do is to go into the SAC library database. And I have a video on how you do that, where you find your articles from. And you're going to find peer-reviewed and articles. Remember, anytime we're talking peer-reviewed, we're talking about things that are rooted in science. These things are not just put out and published for everybody to see, like things on the web sometimes are, but these are tested. These are scientifically proven to be the best information and the most factual information we can find on a topic. And you're going to compare your research against your popular press myth. So popular press, why did I put that here? Because that refers to anything from up here. Your social media, TV shows, podcasts, clickbait, any of those types of things. So you're basically, what you're doing on step 2 is you're taking the myth and you're debunking the myth with the science. So you're saying, look, every time I turn around, I see, let me give you an example here. You know, you probably have heard the old adage, opposites attract. Well, there's a lot of research that shows that's not the case. That's not to say that sometimes those relationships don't work out, but to make the assumption, right, to have that myth out there that if you're opposite of someone, then you're going to automatically be attracted to them. The research shows, nope, we are mostly attracted to people who are much more like us. And so that's what you're doing in step 2. Here, look where this myth exists. I see this myth all around, but look at the research. And that the research, when I say that, these are the articles that you find, your peer-reviewed articles that debunk the myth. So that's a research step, step 2. And then you're going to put that together into a poster. So since this is an online class, since as I'm filming this, I'm still teaching remotely anyways, it will be a digital poster. So you can use Prezi, you can use PowerPoint, you can still do like the old, I say old school, but you know, the tri-fold science fair project posters. If you love to do things and create things with your hands, you can still certainly do that, and then just video the poster and upload that. So whatever you're doing, and I give you creative freedom here, be as creative, use your skills, have fun with it, but you'll be required to show elements of, you know, step 1 and step 2 that's on your poster, and that's how you're going to share it with the rest of the class. So you'll put the poster, the digital poster together. Again, it can look like many different formats here, and then you are going to upload that to this assignment tab here. I will also later on have you do a second step where I also have you upload it into a discussion, and when you upload it, you know, straight here, that's for me in grading, but then I'll also have a place, I don't have it set up yet, but closer to the due date, where you'll upload it to a discussion so that you can see other students and they can see yours, without obviously the grade and my feedback on it, which is always confidential for me and for my class. Okay, so that's in a nutshell what you're doing. This grading rubric down here will tell you all the different parts and where your points are coming from, so make sure that you're looking at this. But I'm going to show you, I'm going to go back into the module now, and I'm going to show you some examples, okay? Or show you a little bit more for the module. So I'm purposely scrolling all the way through again to get you to week 16, last week of our regular scheduled program, and then you'll find the misconception project here. So the book, the Lillian Field book that I was talking about, this is it right here, okay? So if you're like, I don't know how to find a myth on social media or a podcast, or even if you think you do, I would still say check this book out, because it's going to give you 50 examples of exactly what I'm talking about. In fact, you can even see how they use research to debunk that popular myth. So you have 50 examples right here, and you can use one from the book. I love to see your creativity and think outside the box, but if you're struggling with finding your own myth, it's okay. You can use one from right here. I do want to tell you, this is a PDF, guys. It is a PDF, so it's not going to load like a website. It's going to take a while to load. It's an actual, you know, scanned in copy of a book. So just keep that in mind. The video on how do I search the SAC library is right here. I take you step by step on how to find those peer-reviewed articles in certain databases. Again, we went over the actual assignment tab here. And then here you have examples, okay? So I have taken examples from past students and uploaded them with their permission. So you have a couple places, actually I need to take this out, a couple places where you can see examples of other students' work. You're not writing an APA paper, you're only referencing in APA, so there's no paper with this assignment, it's just the poster, but you will need to certainly reference and include on your poster your APA citations for the peer-reviewed articles that you use. And so there's some examples of that right here. I am coming to the time limit that I have on recording these videos. I have the free version, so I'm limited, but I hope this helps you out. We can talk about it further. I can do further videos if you have more questions. So please, please let me know. So again, just to recap, modules after week 16, the book is here. You have a video on how to search the library, the grading rubric where you upload all the parts that you need to include are right here on this one. Then you have examples and then an example of how to cite your peer-reviewed articles. So I hope this was helpful for you. Please, I am more than happy to Zoom with you individually or do another video if I see common questions, but I'm here to help you through this project. Due date, October 13th. Thank you so much.